I'm replacing journalism today. If you've been on YouTube for a while, you've probably heard about these
Ask Reddit videos, where I am the sexy YouTube voice willing to read you anything.
And if you haven't been living under a rock, you've probably also heard about ChatGPT and how it's replacing journalism all around the world. Well, guess what? Apparently, it's actually really easy to create one of these journal bots. So, back in the day, I would wake up and read the Wall Street Journal. But literally, who has time for that, right? It took me 30 full-ass minutes to do every single morning. Not only do I not have to find the sources anymore, I can give that to Reddit, I can have someone read it out to me. This guy.
I'm Charles Cavendish, the smooth-sounding newscaster from Sussex, a thoroughbred voice willing to read out the news every morning with a chivalrous tone and queen-loving quiver.
And he can read from more than 5 sources. I only read 1. And this is all before the Brita water that I have every morning is poured out into my glass. I could create my own channel, post it on TikTok, YouTube Shorts. I'm gonna make bank! Not only are financial channels the most profitable, but people always want to hear about the news of financial channels. So I think I found my niche. We're gonna call the channel Market Rundown. We're gonna make a few cool graphics, kind of like the subway everyone in business lives in New York anyways. And then I think we're just about done. So now we have to choose the subreddits we're gonna use, right? I could choose something like Wall Street Bets, but that's mostly memes, and at the end of the day, they're kind of washed. I want to use r/economy, r/finance, and r/business. Conveniently, they post all of their sources. So you want to know about coding? Well, F you. I'm not going to tell you about coding. You don't want to hear it, and I know you don't want to hear it, but for the 0.5% of nerds out there that actually want to hear about this, let me get into the workflow, because that's the only bone I can throw to you. Okay, first, we use Praw. And from Praw, this is basically an API that connects us to Reddit. It's going to give us the post titles, and it's going to give us the actual links to the posts. Just kidding. Do you actually think I was going to tell you about web scraping? No, that's way too boring. What I'm going to actually tell you is freeze this frame. Okay, now that you've done that and you actually understand how this works, you can basically sum this up as taking a Reddit scraper, adding that to a ChatGPT bot to get a script, and then using ElevenLabs to get this sick British voice. Now, I gotta warn you, if you use the code, I wouldn't be expecting it to send it to YouTube. You need a certain amount of views and subscribers to use that, and I don't have either, so I didn't even add it. Second of all, Selenium. Selenium is a very powerful web scraping tool. The only problem with it is that if you do it like I did it, which is without request easing, it's much like torrenting some videos without using NordVPN. Not our sponsor, but it sounded like it was going to be. No, our actual sponsor is ElevenLabs. I wouldn't be working with ElevenLabs if I didn't think it was the best in the business, and I gotta say, it really is. I mean, you can make just about any voice and make it say just like anything like this.
The ElevenLabs link is below. Please be a darling and look at it as it is our first sponsor. Now back to you, Jamie.
Well, thank you, Charles. And while I still have your attention, to the creators of Praw, look at me, buddy, okay? From man to man. Think about this. I'm able to get the title of the post, the number of upvotes. I can look at the 1045th comment and the number of upvotes and the time it was posted. But I can't look at the content of the post itself? Come on! That's all I wanted! You could have made this thing work like 1,000 times faster. I don't know what really got into me, but what I wanted to say is that it now takes me 5 whole minutes to get my news, when it used to take me 30. So obviously, I'm going to sleep 23 more minutes. I'm going to take those 5 minutes to actually read the news and take the last 2 minutes to cook this steak. Now, you can either watch me cook this steak on the right, or you can watch one of the videos that I created on the left. I know, the noise is going to be terrible, but have fun. Bye.
Good morning, everyone.
I don't
It's
know how to
Charles
make
Cavendish
eggs.
here with the market rundown on this lovely Thursday, the 28th of April, 2023.
So I started filming a little bit
Today
too
we
late,
have some
so
interesting
eggs
news
doesn't
to
make
share
sense,
with you
but
from various sources.
I can make some beef instead, right?
Firstly, according
Guess
to the New York
same point
Times,
across.
the US GDP for the first quarter of 2023 grew at a rate of 5.5%, exceeding analysts' expectations. This growth is driven by strong consumer and business spending, as well as a rebound in manufacturing